Hey guys, it's Brooke from the Vintage Gardener. Welcome back to my channel. So today's December 13th and the Parterre Garden, this segment is finished. I have finished putting down the gravel paths. I ordered 6 tons of pea gravel. I only use, I think 5, but that is fine because one thing about pea gravel or any type of gravel is that when you put it down, I find that it settles. In New Jersey, we get snow, we get a lot of rain, and I know at my last house, which I call Wild Eve Cottage, I actually did like a gravel like patio area, and you know, when I got the amount of gravel, it was nice and level, but then after a year, even though I had liner under it, it did sink down and then it kind of looked like I needed more. So by spring, I'm imagining that's gonna have settled a lot. I mean, quite frankly, the parts that I did earlier have settled. And so what I have out there now, I can touch up areas and add, you know, especially if in certain areas it's getting really low, I can top it off. So it won't go to waste. It won't go to waste. So let me take you guys out there to walk it, because most of the time when you guys are going to see videos, you know, in the upcoming year, it's usually going to be down from ground level. So I'm going to show you what it's going to be look like walking the garden during the day. So let's go outside. Okay guys, so I'm standing on the stairs of my front porch. So before I get out there, I just wanted to try to get you guys to envision what the front of my property is going to look like. I'm hoping in 3 to 4 years. I planted a hedge, and I told you it was double road. It's limelight hydrangeas in the back and rhododendrons in the front. Now all the rhododendrons really top out between 5 to 6 feet, and I might keep them slightly shorter just because I want them to be more of a dense bush. The limelight hydrangeas, I space those like every 8 feet because according to the small garden center that I got them from, which is the Stonebridge Garden Peddlers, and I'll try to put a link. Barbara has one, and she told me that it will get between 12 to 15 feet high and 8 to 12 feet wide if you space it farther apart, which is why I did that. Now, you guys might be thinking, well, that sounds pretty high, which it is. And just to give you guys a sneak preview, do you see those power lines right there, those utility lines? Okay, well, according to state and federal regulation, that determines how high the lines are. Now, the things that have more power are higher up, like up there, whereas the things that have lower voltage are lower. But the lowest it can be is 15 feet. Now in New Jersey, I think the lowest the lines are 16 feet. So that low line right there, that thick cable, is either 15 to 16 feet off the ground. So when that hydrangea gets closer to its full size, especially if I let it get to 16 feet or 15 feet, it's going to be a foot under that line. So just think about that. I'm not going to be able to see that White House. I will pretty much only be able to see the top of that building. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to see the road or anything. Everything is going to be, all I'm going to have is like a wall of green and with the white blossoms, which I think it's going to look very beautiful. So now that we've done that, let's step down into the garden. Okay, so this is the path, and all the black areas are going to be flower beds, and I'll go over more of that in a different video because I really need to show you the plan, what I'm going with it. So the rectangle I refer to as being the outer walk, and I think especially once things start growing, there will be kind of limited visibility in terms of the path. You'll only be able to see certain aspects of it because I'm trying to go with the whole, I think in terms of garden design, I don't know if this is referred to as the surprise and reveal type thing, because once the hedges start growing, you're obviously not going to be able to see this walk from the ground level. To be quite honest, you're probably only going to be able to really see it from the second story window. So we're going to walk around here. Okay. So this walkway, I know you're probably thinking, well, where is this going to go? My property line ends a little after that power pole. It runs to that line of hollies right there. So it's a big space. Back there is going to be my potager garden, which is the French version of a vegetable garden, which is going to kind of be level with these shrubs right here, which are not going to be there very much longer. And so I'm going to turn this into a garden. So this section is going to lead into the next section of garden, which I have not even started to design because I got to design around these two really big trees. So let's continue to walk around here. And this is going to the street. I'm going to be moving my mailbox over here. I'm going to have a double-sided mailbox, so that way I don't have to step onto the shoulder to get my mail. I can just walk up to the back of it and take it out. It will be a lot safer, obviously. And so this is the diamond walk, which we'll do later. Oh, over here, I forgot to show you. These are boxwoods, and this type will get about 4 feet high. So I won't be able to see much in the driveway, but you know what? That's fine. I'm trying to go with the whole room thing, which, you know, like I said, with the hydrangea hedge, I think I will achieve. Come on, Bumpy. Okay, now this walkway right here is what I call the diamond walk. It's kind of like a diamond with a square in the center. These stone blocks are the fountain base. It's going to be a fountain with a pool. I would really like to have this. I'm going to be building the fountain myself because I can buy it in parts and pieces at Garden Creations, New Jersey. So I'm looking to do at least like an 8-foot. I think probably like an 8-footer fountain is what I'm going to be doing. I want it to like have the type of pools where like the tiers where they spill into the next thing and spill into the next thing and spill into the fountain, because I want to have a lot of rushing water sounds. I mean, I think the shrubs will provide sound barrier, but also water is kind of like a white noise thing. So I know you guys are probably wondering, well, what are you going to be planting in these rectangular sections? So these rectangular sections are going to be memorial gardens. One is for each of my grandparents. All of my grandparents are deceased. The last one passed away in 2014. And so I want a memorial garden, but I want a non-creepy version. Like, I don't want to give like pet vibe, like pet cemetery vibes, if you know what I mean. And so when I do the memorial garden, it's going to be a combination of birth month flowers, florography, which is the language of flowers, which I'll probably go over that in a podcast, as well as kind of like birthstone colors, which once again, something I'll discuss that more once I actually start planning this particular section. So these sections right here, which I know are oddly shaped, I'm going to use that point right there as, you know, to start designing off of, and I'm going to make triangles. So one line is going to go from here to this corner, and then from there to that back corner. So it'll give me 3 triangles, and I'll do it on both sides. And like I said, I haven't really decided what I'm going to do in this section. The outer flower bed, I do have a scheme for that. But once again, once I actually show you guys the plan, we'll go into it more because it's kind of hard to talk you guys through it. So anyway, guys, this is the Parterre Garden thus far, and I'm really excited for spring. And so thank you for joining me on my walk today, and I will see you guys in another video.